This is Mr. Eugene. And today, I'm going to tell you something that most women will never say out loud. Not to their friends, not to their therapist, and definitely not to the man who loves them. Something that has saved men in my practice from heartbreak, anxiety, wasted years, and emotional destruction. Because when a woman is preparing to cheat or already emotionally cheating, she doesn't just vanish overnight. She doesn't suddenly become a stranger like in a movie. It happens gradually, quietly, strategically. And the earliest warnings come in the form of lies disguised as reasonable explanations. Not clumsy lies, not lies she expects you to catch, but believable, comforting, guilt-inducing lies that are designed to shift blame away from her and onto you. Today, I'm going to expose 5 lies women tell right before they cross the line. These lies are not accidental. They're not emotional outbursts. They're psychological maneuvers that help her create distance, confusion, and guilt, while she builds a new emotional home somewhere else. And at the end of this message, I will tell you the one thing every man must do when he hears any of these 5 lies. Because your reaction at that moment determines whether you protect yourself or lose years trying to revive a relationship that was already dead long before you realized it. But first, if this brings clarity into your life, hit that like button and tell me what city you're watching from. Because these patterns show up in every culture, every religion, every socioeconomic level. Women from all backgrounds use the same lies, the same emotional tactics, the same exits. Let's begin. Lie 1, I just haven't been in the mood lately. Men, this is where you make your biggest mistake. Because this lie sounds gentle, reasonable, even relatable. Stress kills libido, life gets exhausting. Hormones fluctuate, work drains energy. You want to believe her. You choose to believe her. But here's the biological truth. A woman who loves you still craves closeness even if she's tired. Not necessarily sex, but connection, touch, warmth, affection. When a woman is genuinely stressed or overwhelmed, she seeks her partner for comfort. She wants to cuddle. She wants reassurance. She wants safety. Stress does not shut down intimacy in a loving relationship. But when she no longer wants to be touched, when she flinches during simple affection, when even holding hands feels inconvenient, when she starts dressing in ways that distance her body from yours, when weeks turn into months of zero intimacy, this isn't low libido. This is redirected intimacy. Her body didn't stop wanting closeness. It just stopped wanting closeness with you. Psychologists call this affiliation shift. When a woman emotionally invests in another man, her body protects that new bond. She feels like being intimate with you is betraying him, the man she's connecting with. And here's the bitter truth. A woman's physical intimacy shuts off for one man only when it has turned on for another. Watch for these micro patterns. She's not in the mood with you, but suddenly energetic about new workouts. She buys new clothes though you haven't been intimate in weeks. She's dressing nicer for work or events unrelated to you. She's glowing emotionally, but not with you. She's shaving, moisturizing, wearing perfume, but avoids intimacy at home. A woman preparing to cheat becomes more alive everywhere except in your arms. Lie 2. I need to focus on myself right now. Men mistake this for maturity, for enlightenment, for spiritual growth. She mentions healing self-work, inner child authenticity, boundaries, personal evolution, and as a supportive partner, you applaud her. You think, this is good. She's taking mental health seriously. But here's what women admit privately behind closed doors. Focusing on myself is often code for emotionally detaching from you to attach to someone else. Healthy self-work includes your partner. It invites them into the process. It strengthens the bond. It says, I'm growing and I want us to grow together. But when she isolates her growth, she does therapy but doesn't tell you what she learned. She sets goals but excludes you from them. She improves her mental health but becomes emotionally colder with you. She reads self-help books but uses them to justify pushing you away. This isn't growth. This is preparation. Before a woman cheats, she must emotionally separate herself from you so she can justify the betrayal. She convinces herself, I've evolved past this relationship. I need space. He's holding me back. Your inclusion in her growth becomes a threat because your emotional presence interferes with the new connection she's forming. Worse, she weaponizes your desire to be involved. She'll say, you should be proud of me. You're being controlling. I need this journey for myself. You don't support my growth. Men, a woman who is truly growing becomes more loving, more emotionally regulated, more connected. A woman who's preparing to leave becomes defensive, distant, and selective. Lie 3. You're being too controlling. This is one of the most psychologically manipulative lies women use. All you did was ask a normal relationship question. Where were you? Who is this new coworker you keep talking about? Why have you been distant lately? Why did you hide your phone? Why didn't you respond for hours? These questions are normal. These questions are healthy. These questions maintain trust. But suddenly, you're insecure. You're jealous. You're paranoid. You're suffocating me. You're acting toxic. You're trying to control me. The purpose of this lie is simple. If she attacks your question, she doesn't have to answer it. A faithful woman welcomes clarity. She explains, she reassures, she shows proof. She doesn't panic. A woman who's hiding something reacts aggressively because honesty threatens the secret life she's building. Her anger is a shield. Her defensiveness is protection. Her accusations are distraction. The moment your questions become the problem, instead of her behavior, you're already in psychological danger. Watch this pattern. You raise concerns. She attacks your character. You request transparency. She calls it control. You notice inconsistencies. She blames your insecurity. You try to fix the relationship. She makes you the issue. A woman with a clean conscience provides answers. A woman with a dirty conscience provides accusations. Lie 4. We need to be more honest with each other. This lie is extremely dangerous because it sounds like maturity. It sounds responsible. It sounds like progress. But what she's actually doing is creating a one-way transparency system. She asks you deeper questions about your past, about women in your life, about your insecurities, about your flaws, about your weaknesses, about your finances, about your emotional history. She frames it as intimacy, connection, closeness. But when you ask similar questions, suddenly, you're being intrusive. This feels like an interrogation. I thought we agreed not to be possessive. You're being emotional. She demands honesty from you while offering curated, selective truth in return. This is information asymmetry, a manipulation strategy used to maintain control and emotional advantage. A woman preparing to cheat wants to know your vulnerabilities while hiding her own. She needs information to justify her exit and protection, so you can't question it. Lie 5. I just need some space to clear my head. This is the final lie women tell when they're almost gone. Space is not about stress, not about mental health, not about clarity. Space is about transition. She doesn't want space from life. She wants space from you. She needs emotional room to deepen her connection with someone else without feeling like she's cheating. And here's the harsh truth. If she needs space from you, she is already filling that space with someone else. Women don't disconnect without a target. They disconnect towards something or someone. Real space heals. Fake space replaces. When she says she needs space, observe. Is she online more? Is she posting thirst traps? Is she dressing differently? Is she suddenly happier? Is she texting more? Is she never available? Is she going out but not inviting you? Is she vague about her plans? Is she emotionally warm with others but cold with you? Space is often a trial breakup she won't admit, a soft exit, a stepping stone. The most important part, what you must do when you hear these lies: do not argue. Do not beg. Do not investigate. Do not play detective. Do not demand answers. Do not attempt to fix her explanations. Instead, do the one thing men rarely do. Observe patterns instead of words. Words lie. Behavior does not. Ask yourself, is she withdrawing emotionally but expanding socially? Is she avoiding intimacy but becoming more attractive with effort? Is she distancing herself from you but closer to her phone? Is her growth excluding you rather than including you? Is transparency decreasing while defensiveness increases? A woman who loves you behaves clearly. A woman who is leaving behaves inconsistently. Your intuition is your greatest protector. Women are emotional detectives, but men are energetic detectors. If something feels wrong, it usually is. The right woman makes truth easy to see. The wrong woman makes truth impossible to find. If this opened your eyes, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop your city in the comments. You deserve clarity. You deserve peace. You deserve truth. And you deserve a relationship that doesn't require you to be a detective in your own home. I am Mr. Eugene, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you on the next video, 6 signs she just slept with someone else.